stuck. Okay, sorry, I had a moment. I love you. I love you. Ooh. Holy Divine Spirit, please be with me. I love you so much. Collective, we care about you so much. We think that you're doing a great job. We think that you are master co-creators of the universe, and that if you speak abundantly to yourself and to others, you find joy in any and all situations, you can have anything you want. And we teach you that on Spirit News, our podcast on Spotify. My name is Patience, your favorite psychic spirit medium, 1111, host of Spirit News on Spotify, where we teach you about non-physical energy and how you're a non-physical entity having a human experience. Everyone's psychic. Everyone can do it. You just gotta believe you can. And we also read energy and do psychic development here on our YouTube channel with the help of the collective, you guys in real time. We learn how to read energy through the help of my very own spirit team, the Guild of the Golden Triangle, and we are so grateful to be here in this vessel, co-creating with you in this very unique way. We love it. I love it. It's absolutely so much fun. I love having fun with you in this way. And yeah. So we're doing another collective read. If you want to follow any of our socials and be part of our community, our spirit community, we would love to have you. We accept all, reject none. And you can find all of that information in the description bar through the link tree. We have a TikTok where we have dedicated that to our ascension process, where we started about 5 years ago, honoring my childhood psychic gift that was born this way. Hello, Peacemaker. Hello, thank you for being here. I'm so happy to be here. Yo, you know what? Just like I said yesterday, and Spirit said positive to it, I ended up remembering the whole first verse to the Silkworm Holocaust verse to Silkworm on the Bobby Digital RZA soundtrack. And I just wanted to share that with you for anyone who's going to be a repeat watcher from yesterday. So I am doing another psychic development collective read. We do these reads to develop our psychic gift, which anybody can do. Everybody is psychic. Your non-physical energy is what is picking up on the intuitive hits we all get when you know somebody's going to call, when you know you shouldn't go to that house, when you know you don't like that person. Those are intuitive hits. Intuition is a psychic ability. Everybody can be psychic. I personally was born with a thinner veil, so I am finally, after years of repressing the psychic ability I have and my ability to interpret energy, I've decided to honor it and to help develop it. And I asked my spirit guides for help in doing that, and they've been helping me. And we've documented that. Hi from Russia. We've been documenting that on our TikTok and on our Instagram. We'd be more than happy for you to be a part of that. So here on YouTube, with your help, we do energy reads, and we read energy because we are energy, and so we find it very valuable and important to be able to discern what energy is coming through and what it feels like and what it's like to speak to your spirit guides, which everybody has, because Holy Spirit does not speak in words so much. They can speak through other people, they can speak through their songs, they can speak through books, they can speak through pictures, numbers. It's very symbolic. It's a lot of symbology. It's not like having a normal conversation with a friend or your mom or dad, but it does require you to still have the want and intention to have that kind of relationship with them. Your spirit guides everyone is assigned a group of spirit guides. You have a soul family where you are assigned a certain group of spirit guides that are supposed to help you. We're supposed to be in contact with them. We're supposed to take their guidance. We're supposed to have discussions with them in the different ways that you do with non-physical energy. And so we teach each other that and ourselves this in real time on our YouTube channel, how to speak to your spirit guides, what it's like, the things that come up. And we hope that through our example that we can show you that it's possible and that it's the way it's supposed to be. Our Father God, our Dad, would never send us to a place that's denser than what our true state is and not send help with us, okay? That he wouldn't do that. So we do all have help. You're never alone. And we're here to ease your confusion, to help you find alignment. Thank you so much. I'm going to stop talking. So energy can be fluid. We're finding that energy has no time. It could be past, present, or future in our understanding. Yeah, negative. Because time doesn't actually exist. That's why nobody can ever make sense of it, because you can't make sense of something that doesn't exist. And so here on Earth, time doesn't actually exist. We have just sectioned off the celestial bodies, and so we can compartmentalize our actions. But really, I mean, if you took the calendar away, if you took the days of the week away, you wouldn't know what's going on. There would be no time. So I don't know why it was important for me to bring that up. Oh yeah, because past, present, future. I'm staring at this word confusion, and I feel slightly like almost. And I don't think it's me. I think it's the energy that I'm picking up on. It almost feels like leave my head before they enter, or before I can even marinate on a thought. It feels very fickle. It feels very absent-minded. It feels very heady. There could be somebody here who's been drinking, because I'm starting to feel, I don't drink, I'm allergic to alcohol. 11, Sturgis said 11. But I'm getting this feeling like in my head, and feeling a little like woozy, like somebody could be drinking. I'm also getting that like nauseous feeling in my stomach when somebody's like drinking too much, or they've like mixed stuff, or maybe that's why somebody's not thinking properly. There's something that's blocking someone's thoughts or from thinking clearly. They could possibly be drinking. They're drinking because, and they could also be smoking a lot. I see someone in a living room. I see a woman in a living room drinking and smoking a lot. It's almost like without purpose. Not that drinking and smoking needs a purpose, but usually like after a long day of work, you'll come home and you'll have a drink and a smoke. Well, this person is just doing it for some other reason. Like almost like they're trying to escape something. They're trying to escape their thoughts. Okay. You guys, yeah, this is somebody else's energy. All lies from Satan? What are you talking about? They don't want to deal with you, but the thing is, I'm only 16. I can't live by my own. Out of boredom, maybe?
One bad spirit.
It kind of feels like they're trying to escape something, because they're just like by themselves in their thoughts. They don't want to be alone with themselves, so they have to it feels like they're just getting wasted because they're trying. First of all, they must have addictions, but this is like beyond addiction. This is like they're almost like cry drinking. Like angry and emotional. They're not thinking clearly. Okay, Spirit. Okay, let's see. Let's try to elaborate. That was just me feeling intuitive, like trying to verbalize what I'm getting. Reading energy. Energy is very subtle energy, so you have to, and it kind of takes a trust fall to honor it. That's why I do it on the YouTube channel, because I get a lot of validation from people send me emails after the reading, and they'll say, hey, this is my story, and then I know it kind of gives me more confidence to keep saying what I see and to trust what I see, because even if it doesn't make sense to me, I do see a subtle vision of something, and I just try to like go with it, and try not to question it too much, because it usually 95% of the time it ends up being somebody's story. So let's see. What I say, someone who has no discipline. Discipline in reverse. Hey, from Wyoming. Hi, Lori. So, someone has no discipline. Abide by the principles and act in concert. Yeah, someone has no self-control here. Somebody has no discipline. They can't control their flesh, but I'm not really sure why they're not grounded. Because they're not grounded. There's something, they have no peace, they have no luck, they don't know how to get out of some kind of situation they're in. There's something that they didn't abide by. There's some kind of principle or act they took that was against the grain, that was not for their highest good, and it created, because they lack discipline, and they're ungrounded. They don't know how to make peace with something. They don't have luck with anything. They don't know how to get out of this rut they're in. Cooperate in reverse. Cooperate in reverse. There's something that they... Flower, thank you, Spirit. There's something that they didn't want to cooperate in, or they wanted to do something even though they knew they shouldn't do it, and they knew that someone was good to them. They weren't good. They weren't a good friend. They weren't a good coworker. Confirmation twice. They they didn't follow their intuition. There's something that they knew they shouldn't have done, because they have no discipline. They didn't abide by the principles of the universe. They acted in accordance with what they wanted instead of what they knew they should do, or something. Because they're ungrounded. They don't know how to root themselves. They don't have stability. Why are you here? Son of Cain, if you're going to keep being a negative Nancy, I'm going to get you out of here. You can stay if you want. I don't mind. But if you don't want to be nice and you want to be a meanie weenie, I get you out of here. Or you can stay and you can hear what Spirit wants to tell us. It's up to you. Okay? One more negative comment, I'm going to have to get you out. Okay? I don't want to do that. Happy. Oh, thank you, Julie. I appreciate you. Thank you. Happy. This person's not happy. They're drinking. They're having... I told you I was picking up on somebody who's cry drinking, because they're unhappy, because they have no peace. There's something they did, because they have no discipline. They didn't want to abide by the rules of the universe. They didn't want to honor some kind of principle, or they did something to prove a point. They acted out of turn, or Spirit just said usually. Okay, Son of Cain, that's it. I warned ya. I'm sorry, but you're confused, and you don't have to be here, so I'm gonna hide you, okay? Okay. Son of Cain, Yeah, demonic spirits, for real. Son of Cain was just being a hater. He doesn't want this message to come through. So, silent. Silent. Didn't I say there was confusion? I told you I felt confused. This person can't even be by themselves. That's why they're drinking alone, they're smoking alone, they're cry drinking, because this person is ungrounded. They have no peace or luck. There's something that they don't know how to get out of because they have no discipline. They weren't a good partner. They didn't cooperate. They chose to do something intentionally, knowing that it was against the grain, that it was against what they should do, because they didn't have any discipline. They didn't have any control of their emotions, of their ego. They didn't abide by the laws of the universe. It was the principle of something. They acted out of concert because of a principle they have, something they were trying to prove. Now they can't even be alone with themselves. They can't stand to be in a quiet room. So that's why they're drinking and they're smoking. Oh, thank you. Yeah, there's a whole lot of confusion going on here. So what did they do? What did they do that was something they did because of the principle of it? Something they had to prove. Break obstacles. Nothing can block your light. Something that they thought that they could overcome. Some kind of obstacle that, or something that was... Kitchen. Something they were cooking up. Something that they thought they kept getting blocked from. Some kind of obstacle that
perfectly.
Okay, thank you so much, Spirit. They kept hitting an obstacle with something that they were doing, but because their ego kept telling them that they had to keep going even though they were being blocked because of their principles, they had to prove something. There was something they were trying to prove. They're trying to prove to other people, but they don't have any discipline. So it's kind of like contradictory. It's like you don't have discipline to control your flesh, but you have discipline to keep going against the grain when you keep being blocked. It feels like that, but I don't know why yet. VX, are you saying that, are you talking about the reading or are you talking about me? Because if you want to be a meanie, I'll get you out of here. Alright, let me change. So there's something they kept
60.
There's something they kept doing that they knew they shouldn't do, but because they couldn't admit that they were wrong, or that there's something they were doing that wasn't showing that they knew something, or like when people say it's the principle. I'm doing this because it's the principle, even though they know that doing it is kind of mean, or it's not moral, or because it says good partner in reverse, cooperate. They weren't cooperating with Spirit. They were going against Spirit. Spirit was trying to show them that they had that by them going against blockages or obstacles, they kept pushing forward. Woods. That's so funny. Spirit said Woods, that's my last name. Or that's my maiden name. When you want to do something, the way you know that it's for you or if it's just your ego is if it's easy. If something you want to do is easy and it's fun and it's exciting and it makes you feel good, then you know it's for you and you're in alignment. If you keep doing something forbidden, Spirit said forbidden, if you keep doing something that's forbidden, expecting it to work out with you, but you keep doing it even though you keep hitting obstacles, even if it's, that means it's not for you. Whatever's meant for you will be easy. And that's one way you have to keep, that's one way you know as you're living your life and you're making your decisions and you're trying to think about, is this something I should do? If there's something that you come across that you're questioning, should I do this? And you're thinking that everything about this doesn't feel good. I'm not getting anything from this. I'm not getting happiness. I'm not getting excitement. This isn't fun for me. Then that means you shouldn't do it. But this person kept pushing themselves to do something because they wanted to prove someone wrong about their principles. Okay? What are you saying? Hi, I'm high ranking 33. You all CPU processor is glitched. Alright, well, I'm Grand Wizard. I'm gonna get you out of here. I'm just curious of your background. Were you an ex-Christian? I don't have religion. My religion is unconditional love and forgiveness. That's what my religion is. If you want to call that a religion, that's my religion. I believe in God. I believe in a creator. I believe that you do unto others as you do unto them. You treat others with kindness. You find joy in any all situations. So that's what I believe. All right, how can we... Spirit, please tell me what this forbidden act was that they kept doing and why they're drinking now. So I first started this reading with a vision of someone who's cry drinking, and they're by themselves, they're drinking and they're smoking. So there's something that wisdom as light as a feather. There's some kind of fire that they started because they thought they had some kind of wisdom. They thought they had some kind of... Okay, Spirit said incorrect. Spirit said incorrect. Well, it says little owlin, wisdom as light as a feather. So this person could have... I don't know. Please clarify. I'm not sure. This person had no discipline. They had no wisdom. They didn't have wisdom. I said they had wisdom, but they didn't have, they had little wisdom. I gotcha. They had little wisdom and little light. Brother Raccoon in reverse, a safe place to go. Yes. In reverse, this person has no safe place to go because they didn't have they had little wisdom about how to honor the light within them. So there's something they did that was forbidden, something they did that had no light, something they did that makes them scared to be alone. There's something that they're like terrified to be alone because there's something that's blocking them from the light. So shit. That's why they're cry drinking and cry smoking, because they had little knowledge about something they were doing, little wisdom and that gave them little light, and now they don't have a safe place to go. That's why they're scared. They're scared. A time to say goodbye. Something is about to end for now. A time to say goodbye. Spirit, Spirit just said yes. Spirit just said yes. I'm gonna say it. This person's afraid because there's something they have to say goodbye to, or they either I don't know for sure. They're either going to be unalive soon, or like everything they have, they're losing. They have to say goodbye, or they have to say goodbye to somebody, or some situation. Something's ending. That's why they're so scared, because they're ungrounded. They have no stability. They have no stability. They chose to not cooperate with spirit, with Holy Divine Spirit. They weren't a good partner. They chose to go against the grain. Now they can't even be by themselves alone because they're terrified, because something's blocking their light and they don't have a safe place to go. Because you have a magical protector? Because you have some kind of magical protector? They, you may have some kind of protection that they didn't have knowledge of. They had little wisdom about the light you have, about some kind of protection you have. So now they're scared. Can you tell me more about why they're scared? Why are they drinking? Because they're so scared. What are they scared of? Devo! Robin! Hello! I love that you're here. I love you so much. Thank you. I got some trolls in here today. Spirit said many spirits. I got many trolls in here today. The mermaid immersion, complete commitment. They were committed to doing something to you or to somebody here. Haunts. They could possibly be being haunted because of something they did, because because they had discipline, but in the wrong area of their life. They can't discipline their own addictions, but they had discipline in doing something from their ego because of the principle of it. Something to someone who was good to them, and now they have no stability. They can't ground themselves, and they're unhappy because something's blocking their light. They don't have a safe place to go, and something's going to end because you have a magical protector who's completely committed to you, and they could possibly be haunting this person. Whoever's protecting you, some kind of magical protector, is haunting them. Your imaginary friend, childhood treasures resurface. Oh my god. That is amazing. Thank you, Spirit. Your magical protector or a loyal guardian you used to see as a child, an imaginary friend. You could possibly have had many things happen in that way as a child. Whoever you saw as a child that you haven't seen in a while is protecting you from this person, because they didn't have knowledge that you would have protection in this way. There's something they were doing to you that they were committed to doing. Spirit, can you please tell me more about what this act was that they were doing? What were they committed to doing? Something about the truth not coming out. True. Something they were trying to make the truth not come out about something. They didn't want you to have a victory about some kind of positive outcome. Something from the past. They didn't want you to know about your childhood spiritual gifts. They were trying to hide your childhood spiritual gifts from you. But why? Who cares? Why was this person trying to hide them from you? Coffin in reverse. Because they didn't want you to make a transformation. They didn't want you to make a positive transformation. Why? Who cares? Or weird as hell. I have a TikTok if you'd like to visit. They didn't want you to move away from them. They didn't want you to journey away from them. Countryside. They didn't want you to move away from them, and Spirit just said countryside. They didn't want you to change or put distance between you two. They didn't want you to travel. They didn't want you to travel away from them or to change. They didn't want things to change between you two. Why? Why didn't they want things to change? Because this person is in retirement, or they're old, getting old. This could be some kind of like mother or grandmother, or someone who didn't want to break away from you, someone who didn't want you to grow old without them, someone who didn't want you to travel away from them, or this could possibly be somebody who's codependent on you. So they tried to delay any kind of change or distance that between you two. They were a hidden enemy. They were a hidden enemy. They wanted to create delays and challenges for you because they didn't want you to remember or have a positive transformation, or remember your spiritual gifts from childhood, from the past. This person knows about your spiritual gifts from the past. In truth, they wanted the energy of the gifts for themselves. Oh, shit. They didn't want you to know about it, that's for sure. Bouquet in reverse. They were mad. In gift in reverse, yeah. They were mad because you had a gift or some kind of spiritual vitality that you had as a child. This person's known you from childhood. I don't know. Or they've known you for a long time. They know about your gifts. They know you could have possibly have shared with them information about imaginary friends when you were a child. They've been trying to hide this from you your whole life. They've been... Yeah, they could have did this in the past. They put you in the tower your whole life. They've carried authority over you. They always kept you in isolation. They didn't want you to grow. They didn't want you to have a journey away from them. They didn't want you to be successful or happy. They didn't want positive change in your life because they didn't want to end this cycle. They wanted to keep you stuck in a cycle so you wouldn't get any positive commitments, because then you'd have to leave them, or yeah, they wanted you to be in doubt. They always wanted you to be worrying, 1950s, to be uncertain, to be confused. They never wanted you to find out about your spiritual gifts. Spirit, why not? Who cares? What does it matter if you have spiritual gifts or not? What does it matter to them? Like, how does it affect them at all? What were they thinking? Why did they want to stop you from knowing about your spiritual gifts? Sunglasses. Confirmation. They could be watching you right now. They could be observing you, stalking you, looking you up. This is somebody who would gaslight you or make you feel like you're not special, or make you feel like you weren't a beautiful mermaid. Someone who was trying to change your perception of yourself so you'd be unclear about who you are, because they didn't want you to walk away from them. but you're lighthearted. You're finding things are coming to light. You're finding out about this person, or you're going to find out about this person. You're gonna find out what this person did to you. No energy. No energy. This person didn't give you energy. They possibly were somebody that didn't encourage you or make you feel good about yourself, or um, they I don't know for sure. You have to put it where it resonates, but this could be a family member, an older family member, possibly a mother or grandmother figure. It doesn't have to be. You got to put it where it resonates, but it's somebody who um, could have possibly wanted you to take care of them, or um, be just like them, or not do better than them in life. Someone who's known about your childhood gift since you were a child. You may have mentioned something about imaginary friends when you were younger to this person, and they've been trying to keep this from you ever since. They've been putting blocks and obstacles in your way. They've been very stubborn about this. This is something they were doing with discipline. This person has addictions, though. This person could possibly drink a lot or do drugs. They do, and now they're doing more because they're so unhappy, because you're actually finding out about what this person did to you. Things are coming to light, and no matter what they do to you, you seem to adapt or something, or change. Like, you're very flexible, and you're able to heal. This person didn't want you to heal. This person gaslights you. This person is a gaslighter, something like that. Yeah, I told you this is like a hidden enemy. They were doing some kind of, this person could possibly be a gambler. They could have a gambling addiction. But they thought they were being strategic, and you found out what they did. So you ended the relationship, or you walked away from them, because you chose yourself. You chose yourself over this person, and you realized what this person was doing. Huh. Where are we at? What else, spirits? Let me see. Spirit, can you please tell me why this person was so threatened by the collective and their spiritual gifts? Niagara Falls, bamboo, dime, Albert Einstein, parachute, tiger. Just go with your gut. Location. Oh my gosh, weren't we just talking about intuition when we first started? You could possibly have some kind of intuitive abilities, or understand energy, because Albert Einstein is here. You could possibly be a dime. You could possibly be some kind of babe, some kind of very attractive person who's very in touch with nature, who's very Niagara Falls, who's very controlled in your emotions. You always have a plan, parachute, but you're also feisty like a tiger. You're not afraid to say how you feel. There's something that they were in competition. They were in competition with you. They wanted everyone to hail them and have parties for them. They wanted the attention. You bruised their ego by being like a dove. Trusting. They wanted to have they wanted to be in the spotlight like Michael Jackson. High five your partner because no one else will. They hated that you always got attention, and that people always applauded you or commended you, or or spoke of you in high regard. It bruised their ego, so they became in competition with you. Next round, try switching partners. And I have good partner over here in reverse. So this person wanted to switch roles with you, or they felt like happy face sticker. They were wearing some kind of happy face around you, but it was really just a sticker. They because they're always high, right, brothers? They're always sky high, and you're elevated in a different way. And that's what so they tried to bring a death to your bankroll or to your money. They could have possibly tried to jump you or get someone to jump you, or they tried to jump into your life, or they stuck their nose in your life. They tried to bring a death to your money and to your good life. But because they're like Frankenstein, you just need a little more practice. They're like Frankenstein. They're like readings. They could have possibly went to many different readers to spy on you or to get information about you, and their image of you or their data of you ended up being like Frankenstein. It was all like fragmented, and they thought that this was them having an upper hand on you, being smarter than you, but it's really snapping them back like a rubber band. And because their ice cream cone's melting now, they're trying to eat ice cream with chopsticks because they thought they had the upper hand by going to multiple people and getting readings on you, but it ended up being really fragmented pieces of parts of you that aren't you, and some are you. Because that's the thing about getting readings, you guys. You don't. Oh, thank you, Robin. I love you so much. Thank you. The reason why the reason you get a reading is because you want to get a higher perspective of something you're going through. But this person, according to the spirit, was getting readings on you to have the upper hand on you because they're in competition with you. They wanted to always see what you're up to, what you were doing, how you were doing it, because they wanted to get all the attention that you were getting. They wanted people to throw parties for them. They wanted to be in some kind of limelight. They thought that this gave them an upper hand over you, but it's snapping them back like a rubber band because they're trying to eat ice cream with chopsticks, and it fell through the cracks because all they really needed to do is to just practice. If you two were trying to do something similar, or they wanted to do something like you, but they didn't want to practice. Or something that you were doing. Machine. Oh, Spirit said machine. So what I'm getting by that, and symbolically, a machine has no emotion. So this could be someone who they didn't want to do the work, they didn't want to practice, they thought they could pick something up, but it was very robotic, it was very like a machine. It didn't have any heart to it, but there was something that they were in competition with you that you did, or something that, or maybe just you in general. Maybe you do things with more heart, you do things with more creativity, and it bursts their bubble because you could possibly be a very healthy eater, you could possibly just be a natural leader, and it bursts their bubble because they tried to make you not that, or something like that. But now there's a giant squid in the room because the music they were playing, or the music they were trying to play about you ended up being not true and it burst their bubble. Got a bad score? Blame your partner. Oh, that's what. So they're blaming you. They think this is your fault. Whatever's happening to them, they think that you're doing something to them. So that's why they're getting readings on you, because oh, this person is ridiculous. This is what's happening. This person is doing something to you with discipline because they don't want you to remember your spiritual gifts from childhood. They've been doing this and it hasn't been working because you're overcoming something. Everything that they do to you, you adapt to, you change, you heal. It's not working. And so, but what's happening to them is that they have addictions, they don't have self-discipline, their ego is bruised because this competition was not supposed to go this way. So now they think that you're doing something to them.
Mirror.
Mirror. Spirit said mirror. They are mirroring their own energy. That's what's happening to them, but they think you're doing something to them and you're not doing anything. Oh my gosh. But they're blaming you. They think that you are doing something, but you're not. You're absolutely not. You're a teddy bear. You have the knowledge of Stonehenge. You literally are enveloped by some kind of spirituality that's getting faster and faster. It's like there's something you're doing, and whatever you're doing, keep doing it, or something you're not doing, and it's making you elevate faster and faster. It could be that you're a teddy bear. You come from a place of love, of compassion. You don't retaliate. You don't go out of your way to match people's energy like a mirror. Spirit said mirror. But this person is mirroring their own energy. Or they're trying to mirror your energy, but they're not pleasant. They're not a teddy bear. They're not joyful. They're not charming. This person thinks that you're doing something to them, but it's really them living in their own energy. That's why they're drinking and smoking, because they can't. They can't even stand themselves. They can't even stand themselves. Oh my gosh. Coffee, pig, cotton candy, wetsuit, vampire, strawberry. If you can read this, you've gone too far. They went too far with something. Probably. This person could drink an obscene amount of coffee and eat a lot of candy. They could possibly be wet behind the ears when it comes to spiritual practices. But they're an energy vampire that disguises themselves as a strawberry. But because they've gone too far. They didn't have discipline in something. The thing is about this person is that they chose to have discipline in something that was negative. So because of the principle of what their ego kept telling them, no, I have to prove to everybody that I'm right about this person. I have to show everyone that this person is the way I say they are. They started believing their own lies because they didn't want anyone to know, and they didn't want you to know that you have spiritual gifts. And they didn't want you to leave them or walk away from them, or they didn't want somebody to walk away from them. So they were creating confusion about this because they were in competition with you. They were jealous, or they've been jealous of you for a long time, that you have some kind of spiritual gifts. So they started getting readings on you because they were doing something to cause obstacles, to cause blockages, to put mountains in your way, but you kept adapting, you kept changing, you kept transmuting, you kept bringing things to light, and they didn't want you to find out that it was them that was doing this. Now they're like sardines in a can. They're like salty sardines. They're salty. They're salty because they come at you with some karate. You could be somebody who's very attractive, who has a nice body, who wears thongs, who very attractive, somebody who's like a genie. You get your wishes granted, you have good luck. And you have spiritual gifts. They came in like Godzilla with a bat, just kicking all your dreams down and gaslighting you, making you feel less than, ruining your partnerships and your commitments. They could have possibly put blockages on any partnerships you have, friendships, anybody you knew. They could have possibly created some kind of blockage. This person is in competition with you. They wanted to drive a Ferrari, but their Ferrari's stuck in the mud because they're cold as ice. They're doing something at the cemetery, like a dirt with cemetery dirt. Spirit said dirt, and this says cemetery. They're doing something with cemetery dirt, like a bull in a china shop trying to be a matador, but they were really just slinging mud because nothing was moving fast enough for them. And I have this card that says faster, faster, and this says snail. So what are these really the people you want to play with? They were getting some kind of knowledge from somebody on how to do this, some kind of cemetery dirt. They were using some kind of cemetery dirt to do something to you, like to control you like a matador, or to play around with you like a matador. Because you're like a teddy bear and you have knowledge of Stonehenge. You have some kind of hidden knowledge or ancient knowledge. This person's an asshole. So what now? How can we help? How can we help this person? You seen the movie Tarot? That's just a movie. Don't be scared. Yeah, you had a magical protector. You were divinely protected. You had a loyal guardian, and they didn't know you'd have that. They had little wisdom about some kind of magical protector you have, and they're in fear now. That's why they're drinking and smoking and indulging in their addictions, because they're scared. They're scared to be alone. They're being haunted or something by someone who protects you, some kind of imaginary friend from childhood. They were trying to keep this from you. They did something over and over again to try to keep this from you out of your perception. Mirror effect. I have a mirror again. Spirit said mirror, because they're mirroring their own energy. They're mirroring their own energy. That's what's happening to them. They think that you're doing something to them because they've been doing something with cemetery dirt to you to cause obstacles, and they started to get the obstacles instead of you. And because they have little knowledge about how energy works, they thought you were doing something to them. Information. They don't know the information to help them understand what was happening. So they were getting readings on you because they thought you were doing something, and now they're finding out that you weren't doing anything, that they're actually just mirroring their own energy, because this is what they wanted for you. Water your garden, nourishment, body care, tenderness, rest. Instead of taking care of themselves and watering their own garden, they were so consumed, and look, this person's in a garden. They were so consumed with your garden and they didn't want yours to get watered, but at the same time they never watered their own. The energy they gave out was not any kind of energy that was flourishing or abundant. It was lack, it was fear, it was jealousy. And so this person, hey Ohaji, thank you. I'm only holding a mirror, not my fault things bounce. And so this person thought you were doing something to them, but you didn't do anything to them at all. All you did was stand in your teddy bear energy. You're a sweetheart. You came with kindness. You are a loving person. You didn't retaliate against them. You didn't even know they were doing this, but if you don't know now, you're going to find out that they did this to you. They should have this whole time been taking care of their own body, have been giving themselves tenderness, rest, because clearly this person didn't take care of themselves. They were expecting you to take care of them. They're expecting you to be the source of their happiness. And I have happiness twice in reverse. Both are in reverse. Because you're star bathing. You have some kind of light body crystal grid transmission and activation you got, or this helped activate you in some way, and that's why another reason why this energy didn't do anything to you, why you were able to adapt to it, because it didn't match you. So they didn't. They were conjure. I told you they're doing something in the cemetery dirt. Spirit said conjure. Now they're getting a perspective because they're realizing that nothing's happening to you and everything's happening to them now. Baby steps in reverse.
Military.
Action, follow your intuition before it makes sense. Yeah, they took action without thinking it through first. They were very militaristic about how they operated. It was like my way or the highway. It's about the principle. I gotta show everybody that this person isn't who they say they are. A new earth, it's happening. Keep holding the vision. Whatever you're doing, just keep doing it, because you're untouchable over here and you have a magical protector. You open your heart, yeah. Well, you welcome love. You like to meet new people. You like getting together. You like showing people how to live through their heart. There's something about the new earth energy. You could have new earth energy where you're in more of your heart space instead of your minds. And they really didn't understand that. They didn't understand energy. So that's why nothing affected you. It went back to them. Free message. If they had just went within and took care of themselves, they could have gotten a free message from Spirit that would have told them, or actually they did get a free message, a lot of obstacles that told them not to do this, and they kept doing it because they couldn't understand why it was a mirror effect, why they were experiencing everything that they were putting on you. And it's because of that was their energy, and it was bouncing off of you because you're somebody who's living in the new earth energy. You're someone who has an open heart space, or we the Hathors, deep love, mother's milk, birth as a portal. Because you loved yourself, because you were taking care of yourself. You were nourishing your body. You were giving yourself time to rest. You weren't being too hard on yourself. You were allowing yourself to heal. And that's why this energy didn't affect you. It was a mirror effect. Message, I have free message and message of freedom. This person tried to bind you to them, tried to start a new cycle with them. They didn't want you to leave them or move away from them or create distance, but now they're losing everything and they're scared. This person's scared to be alone. There's something that's haunting them, something that they went to the cemetery for. Freedom again. Message of freedom, freedom, and a free message. Now you're free of this person. There's something, you climbed, oh, your energy is higher than this person. You got to escape this person. Yeah, you're free from this person's energy or soul contract because you elevated beyond their energy frequency. This person is operating at a very low frequency, and so nothing they do can touch you. Weight of the world, boundaries, let it go. It's not yours to carry. Exactly. You're able to walk away from this person because they're actually receiving like a mirror effect. Everything they tried to give to you, all the obstacles, everything, the isolation, the loneliness, you name it. They tried to mess with your money. They tried to mess with your head, with your relationships. Now they're alone. They have addictions. They have no discipline.
Sorry.
And they're being haunted. And they did something that they're finding it hard to forgive themselves for. you would forgive them, or if you feel like you can't forgive them, I would suggest you do forgive them, because forgiveness is the only way to set yourself free from anyone who projects this type of negativity on you. And there's something that they were definitely doing in the cemetery with cemetery dirt. Could they be using mirrors, mirror work? They could be. I have mirrors twice. They could be, and Spirit said mirrors. They could definitely be using mirrors, something in the cemetery. They're doing something, but I think they're definitely getting the energy that they projected. It's definitely a mirroring effect. And that's why they thought that you were doing something to them. They could have done something to your children because they thought you were doing something to them. And so they're like, well, I'm going to show this person because it's the principal. They can't do this to me and I'll do this to them. But really, it was them the whole time. You weren't doing anything to them. Yes, forgiveness and cocaine. Well, I don't think cocaine's going to make everything better, but they need to stop doing the cocaine. Actually, I didn't see him doing cocaine. I saw him smoking and drinking, but whoever this resonates for, they have addictions, and they're drowning themselves in their addictions because they can't forgive themselves for what they did to you, because you have love for yourself, and you always showed them love. You always showed them love. You were there for them. You never, ever judged them. You were always there for them. You always had kind words for them, and they hated you because you have spiritual gifts. There's some kind of spiritual gifts that they knew you had since you were young that they never wanted you to know about. So they could have been doing this to you for a long time. They're mad because it's not them. I'm dead. They're like, why you and not me? Why do you have spiritual gifts and I don't? Why can't I be God's favorite? Everybody has spiritual gifts, you guys. Yeah, there's no reunion here. This person is out of your trajectory. This person can't even touch your energetic field. Your energies are so different that you repel this person. This person's repelled from you. Yeah, you were right, Archangel Apple. You literally repel this person. This person can't even be around you. Yeah, not even to pass on a message. They can't get any messages to you. They can't even bring themselves to speak to you because of what they did. Because now they're realizing that you never did anything to them to begin with. Why can't I be Gravity? You want the rep name Gravity to vote? You can have Gravity. Gravity is given to me, though, by my husband. Bobby Digital. It's all about Bobby Digital. Bobby Digital. Now I can't remember it again. It's like when I get on these lives, I get so shy. It just goes out of my brain. I was trying so hard to remember this verse that's my favorite. And I remembered it when I got off, and now that I'm on, I can't remember it. It's all about Bobby Ditch. I'm floating in your galaxy. Boom, boom, boom. You're falling down an endless tunnel of doom reality. Graphically, my killer bee family sting the galaxy. Insanity, titanium stomach devouring Guinness. My flesh is solid stone despite my outer appearance. I did it! Swish, swish, bish! Alright, enough playing around. This person's suffering. How can we help? How can we help? Spirit said this person could be emaciated. They're not drinking water. They're not eating food because this person fucked up. And now they realize you were never doing anything to them, and that everything that they're receiving is because they gave it to you. Okay? Spirit, how can we help? Ways to use your creativity to explore yourself. This person needs to have fun. This person needs to stop worrying about you, and they need to get back to having fun. It says go wild with art supplies, dance for fun, Experiment with materials in unexpected ways and see what takes shape. Express your thoughts and emotions using words, color, line movement, light, or shapes. A simple creative activity you can devote. Oh my gosh, look, devote. It says devote. It says devote yourself to a regular basis and let it become your creative practice. Super important reminder, you are allowed to prioritize your creative time. Making art is not selfish, it's self-care. You deserve it. Learn a new craft to push yourself beyond your comfort zone and notice what feelings come up. Observe, reflect on how your creativity helps you to respond to yourself and the world around you. What you discover may lead you to clearer self-understanding and new inspiration. Instead of worrying about what you're doing and what you're capable of in your creativeness, this person should have been worried about their own. They should have been doing their own creations. They should have been worried about their own self-care. Instead, they were so focused on you and stopping you from being who you are authentically that now they're receiving everything they gave out, and they're just going to have to go through it. But a way that they could try to get out of it is to start getting creative, pulling themselves out of this dark place. Thank you so much, Erica. Thank you so much for being here. I am so grateful for all the likes, comments, shares, subscribes, and all my moderators. Thank you so much. I love you. I'll see you on the next